We are live on YouTube.
Yay!
Yay! Our very, very first. And of course, my dog's barking in the background, and real life is going to happen, people, because that's how Stephanie and I fly, right?
Yes, absolutely. Real life all the time.
All the time. And today, oh my gosh, for you and me, we both had insanely crazy days. We were supposed to start filming this an hour ago, and life happens.
It does.
Yeah. So
Gotta flow with it.
Gotta flow with it. Well, first, let's just talk about why are we even doing this? What are we doing? What do you know what we're doing? Like, why are we doing this?
I have so many ideas in my head. There's so many reasons. There's so many reasons to be doing this. But since this is our first time, why don't we start by telling our stories? Maria, why don't you tell everyone that's watching how you got started and why you got started on your health journey?
All right, that's a great start. So, yes, so I am Maria Hickman. I am now a health coach. Back in the day, I was a mortgage broker and real estate agent back when you could do both. And I was very successful at what I was doing, but very stressed out, very deprived of healthy foods and a healthy lifestyle. I had 5 kids at the time under the age of 6. It was an insane time in our life. And I really look back in those times and I don't even know how I got through them. I didn't even drink alcohol back then. So I don't know how I survived, but somehow, some way, our bodies are very resilient, and it did help me survive. But during those times, because of my diet and lifestyle choices and the stress that I was under, I just caused a very perfect storm in my body, and I got diagnosed with Hashimoto's. But it was the symptoms of Hashimoto's that were really killing me. I was having literally like clumps of hair coming out, bruising all the time. Never in my life did I deal with anxiety and panic attacks. And I was having panic attacks on airplanes where I literally could not breathe. So scary. Every time I would travel, I would like literally have to bring a bottle of, was it Xanax that helps you relax? Thankfully, I never had to take it, but it was like the comfort of having the bottle there that would help me. Just insane stuff that was going on with me. Tired. I was about 20 pounds overweight and could not lose the weight. I was working out. I was doing everything I thought I should be doing, but nothing was working. And then around that time, while this was spinning out of control, my husband almost had a heart attack in his late 30s. And his high blood pressure was so high that they had rushed him to the hospital, which then resulted in him getting on high blood pressure medicine. And I had 2 children that had ADD, or symptoms of ADD, I should say. We had leaky gut going on, asthma, eczema. And I remember one day looking at us and going, we are a hot mess. And I am either going to end up getting everybody on meds, where we're all just pharmaceutical driven, slaves, or I need to do some changing. And so, they say that a mom on a mission is better than any FBI agent. And I was a mom on a mission. So I started Googling, I got books, I started listening. This was back when podcasts were pretty brand new. Started listening to podcasts, going to any event that I could get my hands on to learn more about why all of these things were happening to me and my husband and my children. And through that, I just started learning so much. I started learning about how gluten affects the body, how sugar affects the body, how stress and the lack of good sleep affects the body. So many things like started stirring in me that I never knew anything about. Like, you don't hear about this stuff. And so it just caused me to really start researching, and I started experimenting on my own family. So I would make little changes here and we'd start to feel better, start to see symptoms kind of going away. And then it was one time I was introduced to Dr. Mark Hyman's 10-day detox, where Kevin was like, all right, let's do this together. You and I, we're going to do it. I said, great. So we did it. Within day 3, his blood pressure was so low, he had to stop taking all of his meds because it was like getting dangerously low. And he was like, what is going on? Because he was not necessarily a believer in changing the diet thing. He really pushed and pulled with me in the beginning. And so when he started seeing those results during the 10-day detox, he became a believer. And then after it, we felt so amazing that we said, why don't we just continue this lifestyle? Let's just do it as best as we can eating like this, which we did. 3 months later, I went back in to get my blood test results, and all of my Hashimoto markers were gone. Like, obviously, Hashimoto's was still there, but according to my blood work, there was no Hashimoto's, which was like, you talk about a miracle. And when I scream out food is medicine, I am not kidding. Food is medicine. And so that right there made us 100% believers. We're like, we're getting the kids on this program. We're doing this with the kids. And so recognizing that children, can't get rid of their Oreos right away and can't get rid of all these things right away, we did it slow, which helped me realize how I needed to work with people when I became a health coach. You can't do it fast. You got to take it slow. You got to do things a little bit at the time. But as we started working with the kids, within 6 months, amazing changes. My one son's leaky gut was gone. He was no longer having digestive issues. The asthma, eczema gone. The ADD symptoms. My son, who was getting D's and F's in school, was now on the honor roll. Like, stuff that if you would have just told me, I would have never, ever in a million years believed it. Never. And so I had the proof right here. Like, this was a proof. Like, I can't keep this a secret. And people were noticing around us. So I started telling people, okay, well, instead of this chip, buy this chip. And instead of giving your kids gummy bears, give them the Juice Plus, because they taste better and you're getting all these amazing, fruits and vegetables in it. And so I just started sharing like all the different things that we were doing. And one of my friends was like, you got to make an Instagram page. You got to like post all this and make it easy for us. And I was like, all right. So I did. I posted an Instagram page. It was totally like elementary. Just started posting the things that we were doing. And I fell in love with it. So I had to become a health coach, because you got to have even though I knew everything and I could give you my passion, I had to have those letters after my name to be able to help people. So I went to health coaching school. I went to IIN. I went to Dr. Amen University, where I received my brain health certification, went to Master Health Coaching Academy, and I could not get enough of this stuff. I just kept eating it up and wanting more and more information. And so then that's started my business. That started my business of helping people get healthy. And through the last 5 years, I have been able to inspire people to make simple changes. I go by one swap at a time, and I'm able to help people see the vision of not a quick fix in 10 days, not a quick fix in 30 days, but let's look at what a year from now looks like. You can make 52 swaps in a year and literally change your family's life. And so that's kind of where Swap It Healthy got bred. And then that's where I met you.
Yay.
Right?
Yes, but my life completely changed.
Yes. So I just love this like fluid, beautiful story, because now I want you to go into your story, because this is how we got started. So tell us about your stuff.
Okay. Yeah. So I am your yo-yo dieter. That has been my problem for so many years. Ever since I had my daughter at a very young age. I lived on ramen and ice cream. It was just, complete junk for my gut. I sort of knew this stuff was bad, but wasn't really thinking about the impact that it was having on me. Yo-yo dieted for so many years, tried all of the low fat, which just means loads of sugar, all the low fat diets, listened to all the things that are even our country and people were saying that we should be doing. Of course, not knowing better at that time. And I would usually go up and down like 40 pounds. Never be able, I could never really get full control over my eating. And one day, one of my family members asked me if I wanted to try out this healthy eating detox. And I was so ready, because I was so tired of being addicted to sugar. I was working full time at a doctor's office and I was miserable. Same thing. I was getting anxiety. I had never had anxiety before in my life. I was usually able to manage my emotions and things like that. Super stressed out, and I did the detox, and it completely changed my life. All the things I wanted to learn. I was the same as you, where I just wanted to learn everything. I went out and got the books, and I read all the things and started listening to the podcasts, and really started understanding that food is medicine, and that what I'm putting in my body could be hurting me or helping me. And I kind of never looked back from there. I still have some issues with food, but I never once through this last, the amount of time that's gone by since I started all of this, I have never gone back to that max weight that I always go back to. I just always eat and eat and eat my way back to that weight, and it has not happened. And that is like a miracle for me. So I started school at the Functional Medicine Coaching Academy. I'm a health coach now, but will be certified at the beginning of next year. And I am loving this journey. I am so passionate about it. I love helping others. I just want to shout it from the rooftops, everything I've learned. Juice Plus has changed my gut and my family's gut in so many ways. Everything is it's just better. And when the biggest thing with the detox that I noticed was a clarity, a fog being lifted. Getting rid of that processed food helped me to see. I couldn't even see it before. After day, I want to say 3 or 4, just kind of like you guys, where everything started changing, it was like a fog had been lifted. And that was probably one of the biggest parts of this whole process for me, because that fog was what was really holding me back from living my healthiest life.
Yeah, it zaps you of your energy. You're almost numb to even caring sometimes. Yeah.
Yes.
And like what Stephanie's referring to, and I had referred to, a couple things we'll mention is, so we do a 10-day healthy eating challenge about 6 to 7 times a year. And basically what it is, it's a challenge of 10 days where you get rid of processed food, gluten, sugar, dairy, and you basically are eating the food that our body was designed to eat. So if you can't kill it and cook it, and you can't grow it and eat it, really, we don't want you eating it during those 10 days. But by doing that, you just completely reset your body, and you get your body working the way it was supposed to. You feel so great and so energized. And then the Juice Plus is a product that both Stephanie and I love and adore. It is a capsule or a gummy of over 31 different fruits, vegetables, and berries. And knowing and understanding how the body works, you do know that you have to get so much fruits and vegetables and berries in to help your antioxidant levels and for your body to be able to run at its optimal levels. But like, how many fruits and vegetables are we supposed to get, Steph?
9 to 13 servings.
And I don't know about you guys, but like, I'm lucky if I get 2 in a day, honestly. If I'm being completely honest, and I really do try. I try very hard. And then if you take my kids, there's days where I don't think they ever get fruits and vegetables. Some days it's just so crazy, our lifestyle. So Juice Plus kind of bridges the gap between what we're supposed to get and what we actually get. And it's just something that we've incorporated in our lives and our families' lives, that just makes all the difference in the world for us. So, and then this program that we're doing this because Steph and I are so passionate about what we do. And we realize that not everybody can afford to hire a health coach, but we still want to get information out there. And never are we trying to cure or diagnose, right? Or say that anything is gonna, if you do this, you're gonna get rid of this. But if her and I had a platform like this to watch every once in a while in our journey, it would have helped us even more. So sure. We just want to give you guys an outlet, a community, because we have a really awesome community, I feel like, right?
The best. Life-changing. Absolutely.
Yeah. And you can get plugged into that community. I'll put a link underneath where you can sign up and be a part of it. It's totally free. We post swaps. We post weekly meal plans. our favorite podcast. I have a couple podcast crushes, and so does Stephanie.
Yep.
And we'll post those. Any books that we love, we'll post. It's just a really cool community where it interacts a lot like Facebook, but it's not a social media outlet. It's just a private community. So what do you got to say about all this craziness that we're doing, Steph?
I want to touch on the swaps because it seems overwhelming at first. And I was thinking the other day about all of the things that I've swapped, almost everything in my kitchen and cabinets over time, and how I don't think I've ever seen a commercial for any of the items that I have in my cupboards. They don't advertise them to you. You may not even know they exist. So that's what we're here for. We want to tell you where to find them. So many amazing, clean, healthy products that you can benefit from that you don't even know are out there. And they're at your local grocery store. And I just want to encourage you to just try one thing at a time. It doesn't have to be wipe out your whole cabinet or pantry and replace it all in a weekend. We do the 52 swaps so that you can do one a week. If you're able to do more and you want to, that's a different story, but just not to get overwhelmed with the process. Like Maria said, it is, look at where you want to be next year, not like I want to lose 20 pounds in a month. We focus on health. My weight journey is just a part of my story and is not my whole story. There's so many other components to it. It's just something that I know a lot of people struggle with, and I have too. So, we're so relatable. We're moms, and we just want to help you. We want to help you succeed and help you be healthy and help you on your journey.
And we have literally thought of everything. So my Instagram, I post swaps. We have the community to post swaps. We do the 10-day challenges. Plus, in addition, when you're on Juice Plus, we do these Shred 10s. Those are 4 more a year. So literally almost every month we have some sort of program that you can jump into. Stephanie and I do pantry makeovers. Don't be afraid. We don't come in and take everything. But
no judgment.
No judgment. And we come up with a plan for you, like a realistic plan to help you swap out your particular items, because not everybody eats the same thing. But we're trying to think of everything because we just want to help the community. So, hey, if you guys have suggestions, post them below. Tell us what you'd like to hear from us. But each week we're going to come on here and talk about a specific subject, tell a bit of a story, give some research behind it, and then give you actionable steps, real life things you can do to make a difference in your life within that particular subject matter. So I hope you guys tell people about us. We're just starting off. I hope that you enjoy this time, and we're going to be live once a week, at least once a week. Who knows, we might pop on when we got something important to say, but just follow our journey, and we'd love to hear about yours. And we thank you guys for watching.
Yes. Thank you. Stay tuned.
Take care.
Take care.
Bye.